diri sa Philippines, we have 6 kinds of substantive law. P, tulo ka C, LT. Mo na siya. P, political law. Tulo ka C, we have civil law, criminal law, and commercial law. L stands for labor law and T stands for taxation law. Generally, ang atong revised penal code or criminal law, applicable lang siya within the Philippine territory. Mula Batanes hanggang Hulo lang siya. Nalang din 5 exceptions nga dili na nako i-discuss. Kaya wala ko yung time. Welcome to Quick Take, the mini-series of the Imperfectly Perfect podcast, where we embrace life's imperfection because it's not about being perfect, it's about being you. Okay mga kaibigan, so welcome again sa isang episode ng The Imperfectly Perfect Podcast. At medyo seryoso ang ating topic in today's video. So guys, before tumato sa tong topic, exciting ang atong topic for today. Kaya mahisgot na kitag balaod. So finally, you will be tasting a slice of legal knowledge. But before that, kung na may mga legal questions, mga online consultations, or anything about law, a question, whether you are a law student or college student, please comment down below. And of course, if you haven't already, please don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, share ang aming mga social media accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify, the Imperfectly Perfect Podcast. And of course, we have YouTube, Laom7668. And don't forget, we also have TikTok, Tip Podcast 25. So, ang atong topic karon guys is mo touch na ta a little bit of law. Ano lang? Okay. So, our topic for today is entitled Law and Pact, Substantive versus Procedural Law. So, we will be talking about what do you mean by substantive law? On the other hand, what do you mean by procedural law? Mga stock knowledge na lang yun ni ang akong ilaban, but I hope na po may makuha. So, first is, ato sa tanawon guys, unsay nang balaod ma'am? Unsay definition ng balaod? Nga grabe naman kaayo. Nakulong ang isa ka tao kay na violate niya ang balaod. Ano bitaw? Or na-file og kaso, civil case ang isa ka tao kay naa siya na violate sa contract, for example, di ba? So, according to a very well-known definition, law is defined as a rule of conduct, just, obligatory, promulgated by legitimate authority and of common observance and benefit. So basically, there are 3 branches of the government, right? We have the executive branch, the judiciary, and the legislative branch. So sa tanaw ninyo, kinsa maning legitimate authority nga nagpromulgate sa balaod? You're correct. The Legislative Department, of course, composed of the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. So sila ngayon ay busy sa paggawa ng balaod. I hope nga sa paggawa ng balaod talaga kakabisihan o dili sa kabalo na mo unsa ang latest nga trend. So basically sa Philippines, guys, we have 2 kinds of laws or classification of laws. First, we have substantive law, and the second one is we have procedural law. So, unsay definition, ma'am, sa substantive law? So, timanin ninyo ang acronym na CDR. Substantive law creates, defines, and regulates rights. So, mao ni siya ang atong mga balaod diri sa Philippines. So, for criminal law, we have the Revised Penal Code, and for civil law, we have the Civil Code of the Philippines. Mao to yung mga example. Nga mao ni siya ang gi-create by the authority which refers to the Congress or the House of Senate and the House of Representative. Okay guys, let's now proceed with procedural law. So may definitions of procedural law. Accordingly, it prescribes the method of enforcing rights or obtaining redress. So sa ako pang ingon kaganina, kung ang isa ka tao nakapatay, it could be murder or homicide under the Revised Penal Code. Ana pa, the law hears before it condemns. So ang katong procedure sa pag-prosecute sa accused is what we call procedural law. Specifically, it is called the criminal procedure. Mauna ang procedural law. Dayon, diri sa Philippines, guys, alana kay ko ba? Okay. Diri sa Philippines, we have 6 kinds of substantive law. Timanin na po ninyo ni ang acronym hilig kay ko. We have P, tulo ka C, LT. Mao na siya. P. What is P? Political law. Tulo ka C, we have civil law, criminal law, and commercial law. L stands for labor law and T stands for taxation law. Daliun na nato ni kay 5 minutes na ko. Okay, we will begin with political law. Unsa man na siya, ma'am? Politika. O, busy ang Philippines sa politika. We have a definition. A definition is deals with the organization and operation of the state. Ang political law is na po siya 5 kinds. Unsa man ang 5 kinds? We have first, constitutional law. Second, administrative law. Third is law on municipal corporations. Fourth, law on public officers. And fifth, election law. So, mootong 5 kabuok nga kinds or classification sa political law. Magsugod ta, guys, sa constitutional law. It talks about the Constitution of the Philippines. Ug unsa may sulod ana? It is a study of proper balance between authority and liberty. And what is authority? Authority means the 3 inherent powers of the state. What are those? First, we have the power of taxation. Second, the power of eminent domain. And the third one is police power. Unsa man na siya, di ba grabe kina sila ka-pervasive towards liberty. Ang liberty po, it refers to the Bill of Rights or those granted under the Bill of Rights. For example, freedom of the press, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, kana nga granted to us as citizens of the Philippines. Included po dira ang rights of the person under custodial investigation, the Miranda rights, very sikat. And also, naapo dira ang rights of the accused, di ba? Right to confront the witness face-to-face, right to trial, and other rights of the accused. So, naadara sa Bill of Rights. So, basically, ang constitutional law, study lang nga balance pa ba ang mga katungod sa state versus sa mga katungod sa citizen. Kana lang yun siya, di ba? Very basic. Di na ako i-discuss ang 3 inherent powers of the state, kapoy. Taas pa kayo kung i-chika. So, matutas another branch sa political law. We have administrative law. Basically, administrative law fixes the organization of the government. Gina-determine niya kung competent ba ka, ang elective o appointive official. Diba? Na atay mga civil service exam. Kasagara mo gina siya ang test of competency. So, dira i-discuss administrative law. O kung ma-remember pa niyo guys, daghang ka-file lang, diba nga na, admin siya, admin case. So, diha po gina-discipline ang mga gatrabaho sa government. So, for example, teacher ka, na-filean kag administrative case, kinakagibuhat, prejudicial to the interest of the service. Ana bitaw. Next nga branch sa political law is law on municipal corporation. So basically, it talks about the local government units, which refers to provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangays. Kana na lang sa muna ang law on municipal corporation. Unsay mga privileges sa province, cities, municipalities, and barangay o ilahang mga officers. And then, we have also law on public officers. O eligibility lang na siya o qualifications sa elective and appointive positions who are doing their work in the government. Let's proceed with election law. So, si Catherine Comelec, gina-discuss or gina-lay down diha kung kinsa ang mga qualified voters, unsa ang qualifications, and then from filing to protest during election, diha pod sa election law. Muadto na ta sa second kind, civil law. So, unsa man pod ni ang civil law? According to the definition, guys, basahon na lang nako. It determines and regulates those relations of assistance, authority, and obedience existing among members of a family as well as among members of a society for the protection of private interests. So, gimension diri ang keyword is members of a family. Kaya diri sa civil law, specifically ang ginagamit sa Philippines is Civil Code of the Philippines. Madiscuss na to ang persons and family relations, marital obligations, talks about support, na diha. And then, unsa pa? Protection of private rights. O kay kasagara, gidiscuss na to last time about obligations and contracts, di ba? Kung nag-violate ka, pwede ka mapakasuhan og breach of contract. So basically, as what I've mentioned, it talks about the Civil Code of the Philippines, which is composed of 4 books. Book 1, we have persons. Book 2, we have property ownership and its modifications. Property talks about real personal property. Kana sila personal property, property or a thing that can be carried from one place to another without being damaged. Generally mo ng definition sa personal property. Sa real property, guys, it talks about things nga dili nimo mabalhin from one place to another nga dili siya ma-damage. Kana lang sa example sa real property, land, house attached to the land or buildings attached to the land. Examples of personal property, your car, jewelry, laptop, cell phone, and others. Book 3, modes of acquiring ownership. So, giyon sa nimo pag-acquire sa ownership sa isa ka butang, succession, donation, kana siya intellectual creation, pwede pud occupation. 7 tong naa dito sa Civil Code. Di na ako i-check ka kayo, wala ko'y time. And then unsa pa, Book 4, obligations and contracts. Nga tong i-discuss last episode. So now let's proceed with my favorite, criminal law. Okay, my favorite is criminal law since I am a criminal lawyer. Di lang siya halata, pero criminal lawyer ko. So mo ni siya, guys, prohibiting certain acts or omissions and establishing penalties for their violations. So basically, ang atong timanan lang, guys, is the word PGT. Unsa man na siya, ma'am? Dili na siya Pilipinas Got Talent. PGT. First, we have prospectivity. Generally, criminal law should not be applied retroactively unless it is favorable to the accused. G, generality. Unsa ibig sabihin na, ma'am? Kung makapatay kag tao diri, violent kag murder or homicide, bisan pag sojourner lang ka or citizen ka. Sojourner meaning nag-travel lang ka diri sa Philippines pero nakabuhat kag crime, makasuhan lang gyapon ka. And of course, citizens, we all know, nagkakasuhan yun ang mga citizens. And last is territoriality. Generally, ang atong revised penal code or criminal law, applicable lang siya within the Philippine territory. Mula Batanes hanggang Hulo lang siya. Nalang din 5 exceptions nga dili na nako i-discuss. Kaya wala ko yung time. And then lastly, for criminal law, we have what we call mala ense and mala prohibita. Unsa ibig sabihin ana? Mala ense meaning it is criminally wrong because it is inherently wrong, such as murder, homicide, parricide, rape. Halos sa tanan na sa revised penal code, mga mala ense na sila. Unsa din ang mala prohibita? Mala prohibita, guys, it is called so because a law is created that provides for their punishment. So example ana, BP 22, Batas Pambansa bilang 22, di ba? Naagid siya specific nga law nga gi-create. Maong nahimo siyang criminal. Let's proceed now with commercial law. Taas kayo. Commercial law, guys, regulates the juridical relations arising from commercial acts. So, dari sa commercial law, i-discuss or mabala na to ang mga balaod sama sa insurance code, ano bitaw, who is an insurer, then kinsa po dayon tong other party. O dari po na ito mabalaan ang corporation code, negotiable instruments law, nga diha gina-discuss kinsa ang endorser, ga-endorse sa check. Dito po na ito makuhaan tong what is a bearer instrument. Dito po na ito ma-discuss ang promissory note. Di na ako makayag iisa-isa pa, kaya wala ko'y time. Let's now proceed with labor law. So, labor law, guys, duha lang yung timanan. We have the labor standards and labor relations. Basically, ang labor standards, mo na sila ang mga minimum standards nga require sa employer nga ihatag sa ilang employee. Example, minimum wage. Second is kanang hours of work, nga 8 hours lang yun. Kung mulapas ana, entitled na dayon sa employee og overtime pay. And then, during holiday, kung ipa-work siya, napod siya holiday pay. Then, ipa-trabaho siya from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day, na din siya gitawag na night shift differential. And then, kung i-dismiss siya, not through the just cause and authorized cause, pwede pod makasuhan ang employer og illegal dismissal. Then let's proceed now to labor relations. Labor relations, di gani makayag 10 minutes. Labor relations, guys, is what we call, it defines the status, rights, and duties and institutional mechanisms that govern the individual and collective interactions of employers, employees, or their representatives. So, dito mga union bitaw. Unionism, kanos ana ay deadlock and the like. So, unsa yung mga terms and conditions sa kanang mga gusto sa employee, sa union nga i-provide sa employer diha. And now let's proceed with taxation law. So taxation law, guys, is defined as the act of levying a tax. And if we refer to the power of the government, it is defined as the power of the state to demand enforced contributions for public purpose. Diha dayon nato ma-discuss unsa day ang pinaka code sa taxation sa Philippines. It is what we call the National Internal Revenue Code. So diha ni mabalaan unsa ang i-levy unsa mga taxes, capital gains tax, estate tax, real property tax, ug uban pang tax sa world. Pero real property tax, marag na po siya sa local government code. Anyway, let's now proceed with procedural law. Unsa ba ang procedural law, ma'am? Sa ako pang yung ganina, it prescribes the method of enforcing rights or obtaining redress. So, diri na tumabalaan ang word na jurisdiction. What is jurisdiction? It is the power of the court to hear and decide cases. And, for example, nag-file kag criminal case. Ang procedure nga gamiton is criminal procedure. Or kung nag-file kag civil case, sample, collection of sum of money, ang kailangan po dayon i-follow is ang civil procedure. But for both, naputay gitawag na evidence, the rules on evidence. So, unsaon pag present or unsay require nga burden of proof kung civil case, kung criminal case, and other cases, diha pod. And then, naputay gitawag na special proceedings, diha pod, mao po na i-follow, for example, mag-file kag adoption, guardianship, and others. It is also wise to know sa procedure nga natay 4 courts. Generally, that is sa Philippines, we have the MTC or Municipal Trial Court, we have the RTC or the Regional Trial Court, Court of Appeals, and then the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land. And then last na lang, ang jurisdiction as to criminal cases, kung ang penalty sa offense is 6 years and below, ang jurisdiction is ang MTC or Municipal Trial Court. And kung ang penalty sa case is more than 6 years, ang jurisdiction ang Regional Trial Court. Taas kay siya. Dili na ko. Okay, so guys, kung na may mga pangutana, please comment down below. And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe sa ating mga social media accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, The Imperfectly Perfect Podcast, YouTube, Laom7668, and TikTok, Tip Podcast 25. So, hanggang dito na muna tayo. Kaya mo nagtakas kayo. Bahala na. Basta naka-off shoulder ko. Lang. Thank you so much for listening and see you on the next episode of the Imperfectly Perfect Podcast. So, stay beautiful, stay imperfectly perfect, and see you soon.